Hello, let's see this black and white video.
Bro, this shit is just getting worse. Oh my god. So basically, Carmelo Anthony held a press conference. His family and representatives held a press conference, and I guess we're gonna go ahead. Let me see if I can just take a step back and just get everybody on the same page with this too. And so that way everybody knows kind of like what's going on with this. And I think that there is, I want to go back and double check. And let's see here. This is, okay, there's another one. I think that, okay, I think this is really, this is another person, but I'm going to look at that later on. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So basically, the kid that got stabbed, right? So just in case anybody hasn't been paying attention and keeping up, this kid, Carmelo Anthony, stabbed another kid at a track meet over a seating dispute, basically. And, you know, again, had a history of violence, 17 years old. And in general, it seems like this is going to be pretty much a 25 to life case for him, right? He's going to be cooked. And so anyway, a lot of people have gone out to defend him and turn this into a race issue because the person who he stabbed was white. And so anyway, this has happened. And here we go. We'll go back. We'll watch some of the clips about this, and we'll listen to it. So this was the press conference that happened yesterday.
And that is your constitutional right? It's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America. And that is...
So, anyway, the person who he's talking about, this guy right here, these are the things that he's done. Felony injury to a child, forging a check, leading police on a high-speed chase, stealing a car, falsely claiming a car was stolen, offensive physical contact, probation violations, felony theft of property between $2,500 and $30,000, felony assault causing bodily injury, misdemeanor assault, continuous violence against the family, theft, undated, making a false report undated, and evading arrest undated. Probably multiple times if the other ones are accurate too. So this guy basically should have 5 stars, right? He should. He should have 5 stars. But here he is out here speaking and talking about privilege and like how this is the black experience. How the fuck? I think the fact that you are not in jail indicates that you're lying. Dude, if we were actually racist against black people, do you really think that you would have been able to pop off this many times and still not be in jail? Really? What the fuck are you talking about? You have popped off so many times. I think you've already been in jail at some point. This is crazy. Like, really, like, if you had done this in the 50s or 60s, what would have happened? We all know what would have happened. And everybody fought super hard to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So don't go ahead and pretend like it's still happening.
Okay. So, I don't know. This is very American, but American topic, like black, white, and the whole aura, and the power, and the. I don't know, but I mean I don't understand how this is possible. I mean, what is this? Okay, let's immediately make a new law of somebody trying to farm something. If somebody trying to farm something, which somebody tries to, if it's proven to be a deception or a lie, why this guy on the first side, why this guy is free? What are all these things? Guys, please imagine. I guess this for America this is quite. But imagine there is the rest of the world, like, and they're watching this video like me. is this thing now? What?
Happening? Because it's not. Beating a 2-year-old, that's insane. Yeah. And so not jail, probably shot. He'd be dead. No, you're right. If he had done this pre-civil rights, even half of this, he'd be fucking dead. So the entire idea, this is a man with a rap sheet that this is like, I mean, bro, this is insane. Who does this? And this is only in 10 years. Right? This is only 10 years. Like he's not 60 years old. I think he's got that dog in him, man. I feel like, I mean, do y'all really think that it's stopped? Like it's over? Like now he's just not going to do anything bad anymore? I don't know about that. I feel like he's going to do it again. Like father, like son. It's not even his dad. No, bro, this is the problem. It's not even his dad. This is just a grifter, that a literal leech parasite that has attached himself.
Yeah, but why? Why this has popularity? Why this is happening? Why? Because it's possible, right? Because this farming is legal, right? The attempt is not illegal, right? So I have a proposal. Let's make it illegal. Why? Whoever on this planet should bother this guy trying to farm some a death of a child? Okay. Unspeakable cruelty. And what? Let's hear it.
To this situation in order to farm sympathy. That's what it is. It's an activist.
He's farming money, bro. Let's see.
Minister,
He's
yeah.
not farming sympathy.
He's a minister. Well, where in the fucking Bible does it say you should steal a car? Like beating up a toddler. I'm pretty sure they didn't even do that in the Old Testament. Well, they probably did do that in the Old Testament, okay? But they probably didn't do it all the time. And like in retrospect, it's probably seen as like kind of a bad thing. And so anyway, yes, it's crazy. Yeah, page 6. Yeah, I could see that happening. Okay, but what if the toddler was crying and being annoying and shit? I mean, that's the thing. We never got to. We always hear the toddler side of things, but we never get to hear his side of things, right? That's like more, I guess that's just more white supremacy, isn't it? And anyway, so let's go back over, and there's another post about him making. So basically, the father of the boy who was killed, Austin Metcalf, he's the father of the kid that was stabbed, went to the press conference for the other family.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character.
This is the predator, the modern predator. This is the viral guy. This is the, what is this? Can somebody explain to me? I'm a dumb European, bro. I mean, even in the worst part of Europe, like Eastern. What is this guy doing there? What he's doing? He's selling. He's
Who was not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words.
yeah.
Okay?
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I did nothing in every way comparable to this list in my life, and I don't consider myself even trying to attend to this tribune and pretending to all this. Where is this guy coming from? Where is this guy going? What he's selling? To whom? What? How stupid the guys can be to buy this shit? I mean, what? If this list is true, and that guy is speaking, Who's buying that?
What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet
There's no way. Who is this guy?
See? He's even shaking, bro. See? I go back.
Hey, who is
political.
He's shaking. See his hands. They're shaking. He's lying and he's shaking of being lying. I don't.
Thing of hate, yet
There's no way. Who is this
What?
guy? This is crazy.
bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative.
I can almost respect how delusional he is. You know, like, cause this guy is so batshit fucking insane that I'm like, wow, this is impressive that somebody could even be this nuts.
operatives that have been posting non-stop about this case.
So he's talking about it being political, right? And so I want to go ahead and play the interview, right? Carmelo Anthony, dad interview. Hopefully this is what pops up and it's okay. But we're gonna go and see this here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the video here of what happened, and just going back and looking at it.
My hope was to bring awareness
Yeah.
so this tragedy doesn't happen to another family.
Right, so this is the guy. A pathetic cuck of a father? I mean, I don't think he's being a cuck. I think he's a man
Okay,
who...
now I think now it's appropriate moment to say that yeah, Bulgaria is a very small country, and but since I know myself, which is around 30 years, I never heard of a kid being stabbed to death by another one, a teenager. And not only being stabbed, but to die. I don't know what that means. I don't tend to explain what that might mean, but that's the reality. I mean, and yeah, I'm watching this video and I'm curious. Why? How? What? Actually, very modern T-shirt, very modern black T-shirt. I like it. I mean, if it matters.
who's trying to act in good faith and he's trying to do the right thing. I think he's trying to do the right thing. And it just makes him look bad because everybody else isn't.
Okay, so Mr. Metcalf is JFF and then METCALF. You are Austin's father.
Yes, sir.
Easy question to start with. It's probably a tough one to answer, but how have the last 24 hours been for you and for your family and for Hunter?
That's three questions. So for me, it's not real yet. It hasn't sunk in. I'm just.
I don't want to watch the whole thing, honestly, but like the guy, I don't know if we, does anybody have a timestamp for where he talked about like whether it was a race issue or not? So this is what happened. He got swatted yesterday. So after this interview where he repeatedly said this isn't racism, etc., right? And he's like not really trying to like push any hate or anything like that. The reward that he got from this is that he got swatted. So here we go. Let's take a look at it.
Now to new developments on that deadly stabbing in Frisco. The suspect's family, for the first time, called a news conference to reject some rumors circulating online. Reporter Jobin Paniker says it all changed when the victim's father walked in.
Well, this is such a tragic case, and it is sad all around, but it's also had its share of surprises, and what happened this morning is no different. We were all waiting to hear the Anthony family talk for the first time on the record. It was supposed to start at 11. 10 minutes turned into 20, then 30. The reason? Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, had walked in.
Who is not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it.
Carmelo Anthony is charged with murder in his son's death at a track meet in Frisco on April 2nd.
Yep.
Jeff Metcalf said nothing. He just stood and waited. The group hosting this told him to leave, or they'd call Dallas police. The group's founder,
Damn.
Dominique Alexander, made this statement.
Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son.
Jeff Metcalf was escorted out by DPD.
That's pathetic. This guy deserves some kind of punishment. How the dad's present on a press conference is... I don't want to even say what I heard. How? I mean, what? I mean, you should have... I think there shall be kind of more specific laws for
the family arrived to speak. Ultimately, it was not a court order that made him leave, but because the owner of the building said he was trespassing. Metcalf shook hands with officers and then left. This press conference
Sure.
was about hearing from Carmelo's mom, Kayla Hayes, and we finally did.
We believe in legal process.
We saw
and
this
that is where
already.
the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
The family says they've endured threats, lies, and racial harassment over the last 2 weeks.
Surely they
Our
have.
family has been under attack.
Mostly over a fundraising page they say they haven't been able to access until Wednesday. They're fighting claims they're profiting off of this or living lavishly from the funds raised.
We have endured death threats. My husband had to take a leave
Well,
of
I'll
absence.
tell you right now, it's not going to take $500,000 to come to the conclusion that he's going to jail for life. You're going to be keeping a lot of that money. I guarantee this is not going to cost you $500,000. It's going to be pretty cheap. People are going to figure it out real quick.
Because
Yeah.
he's afraid what may happen to our family.
We've asked for comment from Jeff Metcalf. He told us not to quote him. We're also told this will be the last time we hear from the Anthony family before a possible trial.
That's probably
but
a
that
good
will
thing.
not stop all the talk from the outside and any more surprises that have come with this case. In
That's
Dallas,
very interesting. Do this couple, which are hugging on the scene, actually, do they realize their fault? I'm sorry, but I see they hug each other. I mean, they're demonstrating that they're one, and they are like I guess it's a good time to do that, but their son stopped another boy. I mean, as far as I understood the story, does this father understand his fault that his son stabbed a guy with a knife or whatever thing? If I was the father of this child, I would have buried my head into the ground. I could not have the dignity to stand in front of the press. To do what? My boy killed another boy. So who failed? My boy or I, or both of us? Isn't it so simple? Or what? Am I stupid somehow? Or what? I'm sorry for simplifying the things, but like death threats. Okay, where are the proofs of death threats? What are we doing? Who is this guy? Did they did due diligence to research this guy? His past of this kind of 10 list of 10 interactions of the speaker, interactions with the government. What is this? What? How many proud guys we see on this picture? How many ready for a fight we see? What?
So anyway, this guy, and you see, obviously, this guy is not a member of the family. He's just totally co-opted this tragedy and this issue as a place to push his own brand and to push himself after, again, being a career criminal. And also, this is another little fun fact, is that so not only did they call the police on the father when he showed up to the press conference, but they also had him, somebody had him swatted last night as well. So the police escorted him and everything. So this is it. Race suspect. Yeah, exactly. That was them. And so going about 525, you look for the not a race issue.
SWAT is the SWAT team is sent to the house of a father of a dead boy. Okay. Did the father do something wrong? I don't see this father aggressive, guys. I mean, he's not as he said, he's not even on this planet. He didn't even realize what happened.
Yeah, let me see. 525.
God teaches us in the Bible. He talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge. Not for me to seek. God will take care of it.
Yes.
Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's true.
I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
That's why he was mad.
This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the...
Your constitutional right? It's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America.
I want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't...
Well, how about that? Scumbag? Yeah, what an absolute scumbag, bro. Like, yes, exactly. And so anyway, well, yeah, there it is. And so anyway, framing clips. Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. It's so fucking embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for who, Asmongold? For who? I mean, it's all over the place, but it's not, for example, in my country, there is no such things. There is no tribune for this kind of, there is no microphone for this kind of guy. This kind of a guy is just kicked out from the scene. It's like, it's not there. I mean, it's not even trying to farm this kind. Why? Why? I don't... Who's buying this thing? Who's buying? Let's see. I mean...
What's happened with this? And so anyway, the kid, he also got expelled from school. Can you believe that? And anyway,
really?
So this is what's happened. I think also it has... weird how Austin Met last father was asked to leave the press conference but managed to not stab anyone in the heart. Yeah, wow. What are the odds of that? That's crazy. Isn't that nuts? Yeah. How does something like that happen? And brother in Christ, I'm being radicalized. Yes, there's a lot of people that are being radicalized by this situation and like by this like chain of events. And I think it's a really bad thing. It's really bad that like so many like it's bad in so many ways. Like it's bad in the way that you have this guy who's taking advantage of this grieving family to push his own brand. It's bad that that guy isn't in jail to begin with, right? Based off of all the crimes he committed. And it's also bad the fact that you have a bunch of people that are using this as like a race thing on the internet. Like everything about this is bad. But what I find to be the most interesting is that you have like, because in my opinion, I think the real problem is this guy. I think this guy is like, which
Yes,
is
this is the real parasite, as you said. This is the real problem, and this problem is alive, and it's there. It's kicking, and it's spreading his whatever parasites are spreading. I don't know, diseases. I
ironic, right? Because he's not even part of the family. He doesn't have anything to do with this. He has inserted himself.
It's a farmer. Let's define a new crime. Farming. Unethical farming. Okay, let's make this funky title. Unethical farming. This guy's unethical farmer. In this case, obviously he's not stealing a car. That was in the past. So many guys trying to politicize, to ride some waves of attention.
Into this problem, and
they deserve to have punishment because they're the modern parasites. They're the modern problem. All this time taken for the focus being on this story could be time for the focus being on another story, more useful, more beneficial for the community, for the people, for the world. But no, the lens is on this guy.
He is created and
he doesn't deserve it. If you ask me, he's not deserving. He doesn't deserve even this video. Now the whole world knows this guy. What?
And he has racially escalated this problem to where it's not beneficial to anybody except for him. It's a mess for sure. Yeah, it's all him. Like, he's caused this whole thing to happen. So anyway, yeah, and the judge that lowered the bail, you're right, the judge too. Definitely fucking ridiculous. He's an opportunist, disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Behind a grieving family, it's embarrassing. So yeah, I did see the information about this, and so anyway, this guy made a video about it. This is, I'm glad I saw this because I legitimately forgot where I was going with this, okay? So I wanted to frame everything from that just so you guys can understand what's been going on, how it's happened, and how things have evolved. And then this is one guy talking about it as well. Here we go.
On behalf of the Black community, I would like to apologize to the parents of Austin Metcalf for making a hero out of the young man that killed your son.
Yeah. Okay, this is another kind of farmer. Let's hear it.
I apologize that there are so few fathers around and so few male figures around to teach the Black community about emotional discipline, about what's right from wrong, about emotional regulation, about...
That's what it's all about. See, that what he's saying, this is 100% what it's about. And like, maybe this is going to be like a sexist take, but if it is, I guess it'd be on brand. But I think that fathers and men play a really strong role in helping men and young boys control and regulate their emotions, because women are oftentimes, it's more socially acceptable for a woman to not be able to regulate her emotions. So, and also, and the reason why is because when a woman can't regulate her emotions, she, you know, like breaks something in the kitchen. When a man can't regulate his emotions, he kills his family. And so, like, I understand, obviously, one of the reasons why.
Maybe not. I mean, the man he's stronger, but it doesn't mean that the woman cannot kill her family.
But the problem is that role that men need to have, when that role isn't there, that's why you see so many guys that don't grow up with father figures that can't control themselves and choose to violence. I don't actually even think it's the violence itself. It is what the violence implies, which is a lack of emotional regulation and emotional control.
Yes, I agree completely. Emotional regulations, emotional control, all these things are like, you should take care of your kid, should.
And so it's like, again, it's kind of like a second order effect, and it's not a direct effect. Pin-up emotions, exactly, yeah. And this is, by the way, like, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just freeballing it, all right? That's just what it seems like to me,
Not making a hero.
And again, also, by the way, women teach men other things that are important too. So it's not like, women don't have, like, men and women can contribute in unique, individual, and equal ways in the upbringing of a child. And it's better off for a kid if he has a man and a woman raising him, not one or the other. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that we get that out there.
About not making a hero out of a thug,
Out of a demon.
and a criminal.
Yeah.
I apologize on behalf of the black community because they are the ones that are raising money for your son's killer. They are the ones that are funding this new lavish lifestyle that your son's killer is living. I apologize on behalf of the black community because they are so confused about, again, what's right and what's wrong, that in some weird, twisted sense of racial solidarity.
I don't even think that they're confused. I think that weird fucking freak minister, and I hate, like, the thing is that I've always imagined that if there was ever a hell, the people that are like, like Kenneth Copeland, Joel Osteen, this guy, the witch burners back in the day, those guys are in hell. And like, they're really having a bad time down there, right? They're in the boiler room, exactly. Like, it's basically, like, really, and you think about it, let's get biblical with this. What did we used to call them? False prophets. They are false prophets of God.
Solidarity. They would celebrate the young man that killed your child in cold blood. I apologize on behalf of the black community because you don't deserve to see this. You deserve to be grieving your child. You deserve to be remembering your child. You deserve to be able to share stories about what an amazing human being and young man he was. But instead, you're subject to online mobs that support the killer of your child. You are subject to people that are raising money to support the killer of your child. You are subjected to people in the black community that are making excuses for the killer of your child and making your child seem that he is somehow at fault for being stabbed to death.
Who does
so for
this?
what you are seeing on social media, for what you...
I have one question. Obviously, everybody here is farming something, and yeah, I'm also farming. But I have a question. Why there is this kind of black community? What does it mean, black community? There is never white community. In my country, there are Bulgarians, white, and gypsies, which are kind of not very white. And there was never the gypsy community. There was never the white community. There is no, oh, I don't understand. I don't really, I get it. I know that there is a lot of history of violence and slavery, and so unnatural things for the humanity which were happening there in America. But I don't get it. Still in 2025 we are speaking of black community, and this guy is speaking on behalf of the black community. Why I what does it mean?
Will continue.
Where is the yellow community? Or the red community, the Indians? I don't know. What the hell? Isn't it just a crime? Where is the proof? Where is the argument that isn't it somebody is not treating this situation as just a crime? I don't really get it. Why? What?
You to see for the next few months.
This is gonna be
I
a while.
apologize to you on behalf of the black community, because a lot of us are so bereft of empathy. A lot of us are so
I don't even know if it's bereft of empathy. I think that people are just like programmed to only have empathy for like their tribe and not necessarily for a action. And I think it's, again, it's just it's like extremist identity politics being weaponized.
angry and hurt and bitter and damaged and trapped in
Yeah.
cycles of pathology that we would make excuses for a young man that stabbed another young man to
It's
death.
a joke.
And we are so trapped in that pathology that we don't even know which way is up. I apologize on behalf of the black community for their treatment towards your son's killer. And I can only hope that your child can rest in peace and that you can remember him as he was.
It's gross, man. It really is. Like, I mean, this is a huge W video. I'm going to link you guys the video. Like, I totally support this guy exactly, right? And so, and this is the,
But this guy, I watched the video and I really feel as a human being that this guy is the next farmer, you know? Why I have this feeling? Why this guy made this video? What is the significance of this video? One, he wants to be the speaker for the black community. Two, he wants to popularity for his social accounts. Three, he wants some role in the... I don't get it. The other guy is raising money. He wants money. That's clear. I mean, I don't understand it. And why every topic? Why even that shall be a business? So much buying power in United States of America that this kind of tragedy leads to at least 3 different companies I see here, 3 different sites, which are drawing on the table on the white paper, they're drawing the business plan for money based on a debt. What? Are we there? It's astonishing.
I didn't even know. I thought it said follow.
On behalf of the black
Give me
community,
one
I would
second,
like...
pause it. So, like, let's go ahead and let's look and let's compare the two people, okay? And so I'm gonna link you guys. This is Black Caribbean. So many Black Americans brainwashed to the max. Listen, I'm not a big... I grew up in a very multiracial area, and while there are racist people, and it does happen, and own group preference is real, etc., sure, that happens. I don't
Me too.
think this is a problem that people can't transcend. And so let's go ahead and let's compare these two things, okay? Iraq veteran, Columbia alumni, political analyst, TPUSA influencer, fitness influencer, digital media entrepreneur. Felony to injure a child, forging a check, stealing a car, leading a police.
Bro, but can we compare the desire to farm this story? Can we compare the lack of compassion to the tragedy that happened? One young boy died. Is this what needs to be farmed? Like, for sure, they both try to farm it, I think, in a different way. Arguably, which is better or not. But
He's on a high-speed chase, probation violations, misdemeanor assault, felony theft of property. So I wonder, guys, I wonder who we should really be listening to, right? Yeah, this is the struggle, bro. This is your struggle. How's this dude not in prison? I don't know. I don't know how you can say that this is not like if you actually think that if this company if the country was racist, you'd be in jail. Like you would be. And even if the country wasn't racist, you still should be in jail. It's not even a question. What is going on? Look at the Grifters website and click donate. It links to Act Blue. No way. No way. InGAN website? Okay. Get involved, become a member, give monthly. Okay, let's see here. About us. All right. Yep. All this is good. Okay. Let's go back and I'm gonna. I don't want to click on this because sometimes it auto completes information. So let me go back and just see what it says. Donate monthly. Okay. So I click on the donate monthly button, and then they shut it down. So if I click on donate monthly, and then I click on it, it says it's not taking any donations anymore. So maybe they got caught. That could be a good reason. Hey, and also, like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it just went directly to his PayPal, right? I mean, who knows? But anyway, yeah, shut it down. I guess so, right? Yeah. And so California Fire donations also went to Act Blue. Yeah, I don't know why it's going through these organizations, right? And he made enough to retire? No, I don't think so. And but anyway, so this is what's happened. Now, honestly, Reddit, this man is racist. Oh, wait, what? The funny thing is Twitter comments in a video are all black people dunking on him saying that he doesn't speak for him. Is that really true? On the white community, words aren't enough. You need to pay us reparations. You don't speak for me or the black community. Okay, let's see. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? And what's going on with this? Right. Okay. So independent video game reviewer. Fuck FAFO. This isn't a journalist, right? Or a journalism thing. I have no idea. So he's just talking about video games, etc. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Wow. And I don't know what I'm surprised about at all. It's just that kind of a person. But anyway, let me see if I can find the rest of these too. Hello World, yeah. And he likes South of Midnight. It wasn't that bad of a game. Where's your family from? Why do you think she's asking that? Because you know the next thing is, oh, well, you're not really black. Like, you know that's what it's going to be. It's amazing. Yeah, because that's what it's going to be every time. And so anyway, speaking for the black community, using words like they instead of us shows you don't see yourself as black. I know, maybe he sees himself as an American because, you know, he served in the United States military and he's an American citizen. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just, hey, I guess that type of thinking is outdated nowadays. So, yeah. And I know I'd hardly ever think about race. Yeah, exactly, right? And I can't, with race solidarity people. Yeah, exactly. And anyway, let's go back over here, and we'll look at the rest of these new Freakazoid video out. Oh, God. And anyway, what is...
You supposed to stop. Y'all keep talking. Huh? You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
So it actually is... There are a lot of black people that are mad at...
Guys, that's...
him for saying this.
This is how one becomes popular in this world, you know? Just make these kind of things. These kind of things. And then you are popular. You are influencer. Now the algorithm will admire your presence there and your account and your pretty UID in the database table. Okay, bro. Good job. But I feel sad for that mother that we never saw here. And we'll never see. Because she's not farming anything, you know.
That's crazy. That is absolutely fucking insane. Twitter people, yeah. And again, yeah, very, very important thing to keep in mind. That's a great point you guys bring up. These people are not a majority. This is a small subset, again, 1-2% of the amount of black people in the U.S. at least. The majority of people do not think like this. It's just a bunch of fucking retards, right? And so, yeah, anyway, I totally support this guy. I think most normal people do. And I feel like, honestly, so's the court. The court's going to support him, too. And he's going to be in jail. And that's it. Not him, but that Carmelo Anthony guy, right? And Dan Asman saying, how could you not support the hero? Yeah, literally save the world or something. He's a hero for real. And, yeah, why do in Hampton? It's not far off. Not because he condemned Carmelo, because he's blaming the black community. There have been overwhelmingly a lot of black people that have co-opted this issue to push for racial hatred, racial division, and to advocate for Carmelo Anthony being innocent on the basis of his race. If you don't think that's happening, you are delusional. That is absolutely what's happening. It shouldn't be happening, but that's absolutely... You just said 1%? Yes, I know that. I'm fully aware of that. But these...
Okay, guys, let me tell you something very quickly. This, in the eyes of the... I think now I'm farming. And I'm speaking on behalf of the rest of the world. This is pathetic. Yes. I'm sorry. But please...
are the outspoken voices on the internet, and he's referring to it on the internet. Yes, obviously. And so that's what he's talking about, clearly. Of course, most people don't know that. And so most people don't think that. Yeah, the whole Carmelo stitch is straight out of a Boondocks episode. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? People always confuse the loudest for majority. Yeah, I know. 1%'s massive. I'd be worried for the jury system. Well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, totally support this guy. And bro shouldn't even have to apologize. He's the one doing this stuff. I think that it's good to see that there's a lot of, he's just a pick-me, obviously. Yeah, well, that's what people are saying, actually. Why is the narrative, what's the narrative for people defending him anyway? I think he's innocent somehow. Basically, it was also a defense and he was attacked first. That's what people are saying. Yeah, I mean, I think that there'll probably be videos that'll be released in the court case, and then it'll be determined whether that's true or not, but I bet it's probably not. And anyway, so there it is. That's what happened. Yeah, there you go. and didn't know pointing out an outlying issue is considered hate and dunking on one's community. I think that there's, again, you can approach problems that disproportionately affect minority groups without blaming it on those minority groups and without looking at, like, for example, I think affirmative action through low income is a great example of this. So, like, for example, for college admissions and college opportunities, there's a lot of opportunities for people that are low income to get different, benefits and positives for, being able to get into college because they don't have the money to. And so this is something that will disproportionately affect minority groups, as opposed to, like, let's say white people. But that doesn't mean that the advocacy for it is a bad thing. I think it's a very good thing. And so that's kind of what my point that I'm making is. You see what I'm saying? The whole community thing is silly? Yeah. And so, like, you can approach problems that disproportionately affect certain communities without necessarily labeling them as problems in that community. And I think that's the healthy and intelligent way to go about things. Whether it's people that don't, like, fatherless homes, low-income housing, crime, sexual abuse, anything like that, I think that you should approach the issue itself and not approach it with a racial tint to it.
Oh, really? This was very it was a too American video, guys. Thank you if you watched till the end. Goodbye, see you in the next one.